Cashapp family, welcome back to another video. I hope you're having a wonderful spring break, and if you had one already like I did, I hope it was fun, because mine was. So today's video is gonna be a little different. I saw a video on TikTok and I wanted to share it with you. Take a look.
It is a privilege to use it. If you're going to keep disrespecting your mom and you're going to keep disrespecting me, this is a privilege you will no longer have. And I am not playing. This is the real deal. I love you, son, but you're not going to disrespect your mom and you're not going to disrespect me. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Wait, watch it. Think about it before you respond.
Yes. I can.
You understand? Okay. Can we start over again with a completely different attitude? Because this is not what I don't want to be talking to you like this, and I don't want for you to talk to me in this way. I don't want you to talk to your mother in that way. Am I understood?
Yeah.
Listen, you are a great young man. Great. But just because something doesn't go exactly the way that you want it, doesn't mean that everything is falling apart. Just means that you need to focus on, you need to focus on the reasons that we got to that point. What led up to this? What made Dad go and get this off of your dresser?
No,
listen. No, think about it. No, don't yell at me like that. Don't talk to me that way.
Okay.
Watch that aggression. I'm not talking to you aggressively, so you need to dial it back.
Okay.
Number one thing you can do is to apologize to your mother and to me, and have a seat, and let's finish eating dinner.
That's why now.
No, that ain't how it's gonna go. I'll let you know when this is going back in your room.
Fine.
Okay.
Yeah, Mom.
Allow Mom to have her video recording is fine. Don't let it trigger you. It's nothing. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what were you saying to me and Mom?
I'm sorry for you to forget everything. For myself. Be grateful for your food. Forever. Gotta be done here. I don't have to control my own.
So guys, this was Dad disciplining his child in his own way. As you know, the son has autism. So my question to you today would be, do kids with autism need discipline and structure? Do you think as a parent or as an aunt, uncle, however you might be related to someone with special needs, do you think special needs children need structure and discipline? Let me know in the comments below. Now, hi, if you're new here, I'm Autism Mom, and on this channel, we talk about autism and everything in between. If you'd like to be part of the family, click the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Girl, it's free. Help your sister get to 10,000. Thank you in advance. Guys, I fell in love with that video because Dad talked to him as an adult. Dad showed him without yelling at him that there's a difference between right and wrong. As you know, I've been around people with autism for the past 8 years since my son has been diagnosed. I have seen parents with autism not wanting to discipline their kids because they use comments like, oh, he tried his best, he didn't mean it, he had a meltdown, what can he do about it? That's not the way to go about it. Because when they call the cops, and they will call the cops, schools now, they call the cops if a child has a meltdown. Kids at the age of 6 are being put into handcuffs and arrested for having a meltdown that hit the teacher or choked another student. Now put yourself in that teacher's situation or in the other student position. If a kid, whether they had autism or not, came and choked you, would you be offended? Would that hurt your feelings? Would you feel some type of way? I bet you will. Now, I'm not saying that they need to call the cops on them, but you as a parent cannot go off with the idea, oh, he has autism, he can't help it. If you start putting structure and discipline in, just like you would for a kid that doesn't have autism, they would know the difference between right and wrong. I grew up with my grandmother. I'm not trying to derail, but my grandmother used to have this thing. And if you were born in the 80s, you know, they give you this look without saying a word, and you already knew you was in trouble or you did something wrong. Discipline, she don't have to beat you or hit you. It's that look. Ramsey has autism. If I call his name once and give him that look, he know. He will drop whatever he's doing, come to me, hug me, and kiss upon me, trying to see if he's in trouble, and then go sit on the couch or in the hammock with his iPad. Now, I found the article that's addressing all the points that I want to address. Why kids with special need structure and discipline. Let's get into the article. All right, special family, I'm taking you guys to the computer to share this article with you guys. It's from verywellhealth.com, and I'll put a link in the description below. And please tell me in the comment if you would agree with what you're hearing today. So the title of the article is Why Children with Autism Deserve Rules and Discipline. And I agree with every single subject on here, but I wanted to share it with you guys. So they start by, most children at some point in their lives misbehave. They may hit another child or grab a toy not meant for them, or demand when they should act nicely. Most parents and teachers respond to such behavior with consequences, such as timeout or loss of TV privileges. From these consequences, children learn that their behaviors are unacceptable. They also learn that controlling their impulses can have positive outcomes. All too often, however, when a child with autism does something for which any other child will receive a timeout, instead of a consequence, the child with autism gets a pass. Exactly what I've been telling you about. There are a lot of parents who be like, well, he has autism. He can't help it. In this case, the writer says, along with a comment such as, that's okay, I understand, or well, they did their best. And that's not good enough. And we'll see why it's not good enough. When this happens to a child who has the capacity to understand the rules of behavior and control their impulses, they learn that the rules don't apply to them. Next time, they will repeat the behavior, expecting the same outcome. So if they did it one time and all you said was, that's okay, I understand, he did his best, it was a meltdown, he couldn't control it, well, he choked her because he had a meltdown, she passed out because he couldn't help it, and your child keeps getting a pass. There are other people out there who do not look at it that way, and they will call the cops, and the cops will handle. And what have you taught your child by not disciplining them or teaching them that that is wrong? That they can do it again and get away with it. So why adults avoid disciplining autistic children? That was a question I had myself. So the writer says, most adults who give a pass to bad behavior in autistic children are doing so out of the kindness of their heart. Now let's stop and think about that. Would it be out of the kindness of your heart if your child didn't have autism, but they did something bad? Would you discipline them then? Yes, you would. So why? Because that child has autism, you're not disciplining them, and they get a pass and they think this is okay and they keep doing it. Would you say that's the kindness of your heart? Or are you doing them a disservice? Anyway, they may believe that the child is incapable of better behavior, which is wrong. They may believe that the consequences will cause some sort of emotional damage. Or they may believe that the child with autism will lash out if confronted with disapproval. Whatever their reasons, however, adults who choose not to offer structure and discipline to children with autism are doing those children a disservice. I hope you understood that not disciplining them, not teaching them structure is not helping them in the future. You're setting them up for failure to attack other people and be arrested. Because the police doesn't make a difference between autism and neurotypical. A crime is a crime. So why discipline and structure are important? If there is one thing that children with or without autism absolutely need to thrive, it's structure and discipline. If there's one thing that frightens and overwhelms a child, it is a lack of adult involvement in creating a safe, structured, and orderly world. Yes, it's easier to avoid discipline in a child with autism, and it's tempting to assume that a child with autism is incapable of understanding or following rules. In vast majority cases, autistic children are capable of understanding and complying with basic rules of conduct. So don't sit there and sleep on them thinking that, oh, he doesn't understand. They understand. Because if I tell Ramsey, no, don't do that, you're going to get in trouble if you do that. Just he can read my facial expression, he can listen to the tone of my voice, and he knows when he does something wrong. Because when he does, I show him on it and I show him why it's wrong. So when I call his name the next time and I give him that look, he knows exactly. So I'm not one of those parents who says, oh, they don't understand. They do. Those rules may need to be modified or bent depending upon the circumstances. But a child who is raised or educated without the benefit of structure and discipline is almost certain to suffer the consequences as he or she grows up and finds it impossible to integrate into the community or the workplace.